Hi, smart investors. I'm here today to share an important topic that I've been not nurturing for a while now, and that topic is on land banking. Okay, today we are going to be discussing the concept of land banking and the benefit of land banking, especially here in Nigeria. Okay, this is Kelechi from Kechme Properties Limited. We are a real estate consulting firm that is committed in giving you a real estate investment that is free from every form of government encumbrances, and also to give you an educative, to give you an information concerning properties in Nigeria, so that when you want to make a decision, you will make a proper one. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we are glad to tell you to do so, please. And also hit that notification button so that each time we post a video, you will be the first to receive it. Okay? And those of you who have been following us, we are so glad that you are here. We cannot thank you enough. So we said, keep watching and keep subscribing, and also comment. It means a lot to us. So sit back and relax. Let us dive into this topic properly. Remember, we're talking about land banking and the benefit of land banking. So land banking is a process of acquiring a pieces of land or a plot of land for future development. Okay, so when it comes to land banking, it is acquiring a portion of land, can be plots of land, okay, for future development. It is not for instant usage. You don't want to use it now, but your aim is to keep the land for a period of time, then you can now sell it and make profit. So that process of acquiring that portion of land is what is called land banking. Okay, and when it comes to land banking, it's very important to understand how it works and know if it's something that worth your resources. Okay, remember, the aim of investment is for what? Is for return on investment. The reason why you're making that investment is to have a return. So how much return are you making, or will you be making on investment? Okay, that will determine if you will go into such investment. So I'm here to make sure that you have the right knowledge, so that when you are considering making an investment, you can contact Kechme Properties. So there's two things I want to mention when it comes to land banking. Okay, remember that I said that land banking is what? Is the process of acquiring a portion of land for future development. But I want to ask something. It is a strategic acquiring. Now I use that because you don't just buy any kind of land when it comes to land banking. So that investment, you must be strategic. What do you want to achieve? How much do you want to make? Okay, it's very important you sit down and calculate and know what you want to achieve in this investment that you want to venture in. So today, I will also be sharing two things you should have in mind before buying into land banking or investing in any portion of land when it comes to land banking. One is the location. Okay, you have to make sure that you understand the location where you want to put your money in, because the location of a property many times determine the price. If the property is inside, that means it's not close to the road or close to development, that estate or that land tends to develop slowly. Okay, it might take you more time for you to earn a certain amount of money when it comes to when you want to do your return or when you want to resell. Okay, some ones are very easy to resell because of how strategic that location is allowed. So when you want to go into land banking, it's important you understand where is development going. How will this development affect me? Okay, will it add zeros to my account, or will it be so slow that I will even lose the value of that property? The second thing you should also consider is the title of that estate or the title of the land. It's very important. As much as the location is important, I believe that the title of a land, of a property, is more important. You know why? Because that is what determines your ownership. Okay? Because if a land doesn't have a title, my friends, it's important for you to know that the development and the growth is so slow. Because first of all, the land has to have a title, because we start talking about the development. So like for instance, in Ibeju-Lekki, that we all know, close to Dangote refinery, a lot of people bought a land there 850,000, 1 million naira. Some bought 10 plot, 15 plot there because it's cheap, and those does not have a title. Those property doesn't have a title. They are all a decision in progress. Since 5 years till now, do you know that a lot of them has not received their allocation? Much less of talking about the increase. So that means the price has not increased since then. So what are we talking about? So when you want to venture into land banking, you should first of all consider the location, then the title. Okay, so sit back and relax as I give you the benefit why you should actually invest in land banking. So remember, we are still talking about land banking and the concept or the benefit of land banking. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the benefit of land banking. The first benefit is that land banking actually guaranteed a return, a higher return on your investment. So it gives you an opportunity or privilege to generate a large amount of money in a shortest period of time. Yes. And in first point, I said something about when you are going into land banking, you should consider what? The location. You should consider what? The title. So when you put these two factors into consideration, it guarantees you what? A higher return. For instance, I'll use one estate that we are selling now as an instance. ITUNU City. We started selling Itunu Residential first before we now launched ITUNU City last 2 months. Itunu Residential was actually launched on February 2022. But as I speak to you today, that estate is going for 35 million naira. As the development is increasing in the estate, that estate is increasing. See, imagine if you buy 2 plots of land or 3 plots of land in Itunu Residential when it was launched, which most of my clients keyed in. Today, you will have 35 million. That is, do the math. 16 million naira minus 35 million naira will give you what you already having times 3 if you have 3 plots, times 4 depending on how many plots you have. And imagine what will happen in those properties if you leave it for 2 to 3 years. And those of you who are in diaspora looking for where to put your money, is a good bargain. It guarantees you a higher return. As we speak now, ITUNU City is selling for 20 million naira all inclusive. But by the end of this month, going to first day of November, that estate will move to 35 million naira. That is a whopping 15 million naira return on your investment in just a short period of time. So the point I'm making is this, that when you talk about land banking, it gives you what we call rapid growth or rapid return on investment when you consider location and a title of that document of the land. Okay, it makes the growth rapid. So imagine investing 20 million naira today, and in 2 weeks or 3 weeks to come, you are having 15 million naira. There's any investment in Nigeria that can give you such a return. Real estate has the capacity to do that. Then imagine what will happen if you now leave that estate for a long period of time, let's 5 to 6 years. That estate will worth over 100 million naira. I know, as we are speaking, a lot of people are saying how possible it is. Lekki is an example of people who decided to make an investment to the future. Remember, you are buying for future development. Some people bought land. I know of a man, honestly, it's not a joke. The man came out from his window. He has an office in Lekki and was watching the environment. And he told me, Kelechi, do you know that I came to this place when this place was selling for such amount of money? Honestly, very cheap. But today, I have like 4 or 5 plots. I smile, I say, sir, don't worry, there is other opportunity that line up for you. Ibeju-Lekki is there for you, and you can make the same amount of money in return if you invest today. So I want you to consider land banking as your investment choice. Okay, the second benefit of land banking is that land banking is very easy to maintain. It's not difficult and it's not expensive to maintain. Unlike residential house, or non-residential plot in which that you've built something there, there's a lot of things to maintain. You have to maintain your client or your tenant. You have to make them happy. You have to pay some task. You have to pay a lot of things. You have to provide some services on a residential plot or even commercial plot. Even though the commercial plots are a little bit lesser, because when you lease a property, the sole responsibility is on the person that you lease it to. But when it comes to land banking, you are free because the land is lying fallow. Okay, you have no expenditure to make on that land. You have no payment to make on that land. Okay, so the issue of land banking is very, very free to maintain, because remember, the aim is for what? To leave it for a period of time before you start selling it. The only thing you can do is maybe you can choose to secure the land by building fence on it, or what better still, you can still leave it that way. But any which way you look at it, it is always easy and very cheap to maintain land that you bought for land banking, because the land, there's no commitment. You're not trying to service anything. You don't pay tax on a bare land. Okay, you don't have to do any other thing. The only thing you need to do is to be on the lookout, waiting for when the land appreciates or when you are in need. And remember, when it comes to land banking, you can never lose. Okay, this is the only commodity that must appreciate, that appreciates. Okay, every other resources, every other thing depreciate, but this is the only asset, or this is the only investment that appreciates. So it is always easy to maintain land banking because you have nothing to pay. Okay, so the last but not the least is that the land banking is risk-free. Okay, what we mean by that is that you are not taking any risk when you are buying into land banking, or when you are going into land banking. You know why? But just bear in mind that the point I made earlier, make sure that the land you are buying into has a title, because in that way it will be easier for you to relax. When a land doesn't have a title, you are worried to whether government will approve that land or whether government will give a decision on that land. But imagine if you are buying a land that has a decision, and the land that has, or maybe a gazette or or governor's consent, and you want to leave it for some period of time, my friends, it guarantees you, that's what we call rest of mind. It gives you peace, because you know that the only thing you need to do is just to check when the land will appreciate, or the rapidness, or the rate at which the land is appreciating. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Every other thing is cool. Consider or think about every other investment. I do crypto. I say crypto also, but oh man, I've gotten my finger burnt a lot of time. You know why? Because the coins are not steady. And those of us who are into buying bonds and into stock will also agree with me that the safest way of saving your money is into this land banking thing. Okay, because it guarantees you a return. No matter how you look at it, there is always a return on your investment when it comes to properties. So instead of you to invest in stock, instead of you to put your money in the bank, because why would you put your money in the bank when you can do what bank is doing? They use your money for investment. So you can take your money from the bank and invest it. That is the firmest way to have a return. At a long time or a short period of time, you will sell the property, or you can even lease it and make your money. So it is important for you to understand that making an investment when it comes to land banking is important. And we are committed in Ketume Properties to making sure that you get a land that is free from every government encumbrances, and also free from Omanile. This is Kelechi from Ketume Properties. Remember, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, I want you to beg you to do so that when we bring an educational video like this one, you'll be the first to receive it. And those of you who have been following us honestly, when I talk about you, I smile, because you are the reason why we're in the business. Without you, we are not here. So we thank you for your constant watching, but keep watching and keep sharing until I come your way again. Thank you very much.